Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. And joining me this morning, we have Mr. Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. Morning, Jean.
Morning.
And we have the one, the only Mr. Michael Kormaroff out of Brooklyn, the Stout King. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, group.
We will probably also be joined by Jay Terrio here shortly, and maybe a couple other people. But in the meantime, we got to work with what we got. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And we'll start with you, Jean. What stout are you bringing this morning?
And good morning, everybody. I am drinking the Murphy's Imported Stout. I've done this before already. This is 4% ABV, and it is one of the old school traditional stouts. Very sessionable.
All right.
That's what I am consuming today.
Good deal. And Michael, what about you?
I have another of the classic Irish stouts from Guinness. They're extra stout at 5.6%. Dublin, Ireland, 11.2 ounce bottle. John's was in a can, so there's a difference. He has a widget. Mine just is straight carbon dioxide.
Nice. Okay. And there he is, the American Stout Emperor, Mr. Ronald J. Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Good morning, Ron.
Hi, Jay.
Hello, good morning. I was getting
Morning, Jay. How
ready.
you doing?
I was getting ready to set it up. Michael sent me a text. So
Yeah, I had to change it.
good morning,
You
everybody.
can,
Beverage Rambo, John and Neil.
Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad you could be here. I see you're all decked out in the Saints gear. So, yeah, hopefully. I don't even know who they play today. I hadn't been.
Tampa. That's the national game.
Oh,
Most of the country.
it'll be an easy game. Easy game playing Tampa Bay. Nothing to it. Nothing to it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah. No problem.
What's he ever done?
I know, right?
No.
Okay, so let's see. Actually, it's just in time for you to show us what you're drinking this morning, Ron.
Just this.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow. Yeah. KBS. Yes, espresso.
That's all I had for today.
2021. Is that this year's version?
They didn't make it this year.
You sure?
Well, that's
sure
what they're
they did.
saying. Oh, well, they're saying, okay, I hope you're right. I hope they did. But Untapped is saying they didn't make it this year, but you can't always believe Untapped. Sometimes they're
I'm pretty sure they made it this year because they had the new cinnamon vanilla cacao and the espresso 2021 like right on the shelf next to each other. I'm almost positive.
Sometimes Untapped's information is unfounded. But 12% alcohol even, 12% even, 70 international bitterness units.
Okay. All righty, and I am drinking the Sweetwater Almond Milk Stout. John did this a few weeks ago. I have not had it yet. I bought it in a variety pack, the winter variety pack, I guess it's called, and had a few beers in there that I've never tried. So I was excited to get this. 5.4% alcohol. So yeah, and it's got almond milk in it. It says contains almond and wheat. And it's interesting, on the front of the label, it says malt beverage with natural flavors. So can't wait.
Jay, the beers in the private chat are the beers I'm going to do on Thursday. And you're sworn to secrecy. Don't tell any of my friends.
Okay.
Jay has met some of them.
Here, I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I don't see anything in the private chat. It says great olive.
It's because you joined late. Yeah. you joined late, so you don't see the past. That's why you can.
Can I put it up again without having to write it again?
Yeah, actually, I'll do it real quick. I'll just copy and then
Yeah, because I'm
paste.
just great haul of beers, Michael.
There we
There
go.
it is, Jay.
Okay, and we've got
When are you going
Jeremy in the
when are you
chat.
gonna, when are you going to show these beers?
Thursday with my
His
group.
tasting, his Thursday,
It's that
first of the
regular
month.
Thursday thing that
tasting.
you attended
Oh,
2
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah, okay.
Those aren't the only beers. People bring their own too. So there's probably going to be 15 beers altogether.
Nice.
Woo.
All right. Well,
That's my 7.
Can't
yeah,
wait
those
to
are good. The one from North Carolina, especially, I had that on tap at the brewery when I went up there with William Kepley.
It has a good reputation. It's been in the bottle 2.5 years. That can't hurt it.
Oh, okay. Very nice. All right. So let's go ahead and get into these wonderful beers we have this morning. John, I'll go ahead and pull you up and you can get into your Murphy's Stout.
Okay, Murphy's Irish Stout, 4%. I'm about to open up the can. Here we go. Like that sound. Sounds good. This was introduced in 1856. Pouring the stout right now. Probably the more well-known, very classic Irish stouts out there. Pour it right now. Look at the top, as you can see, very nice how it pours into this glass. Very cool. So definitely coffee flavor. There's the whiff of it right away. Looks great in color and everything. Go ahead and take a sip.
Cheers.
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 Definitely the coffee. There's a little, not much, but a slight bit of toffee in this. It's just a little, again, as we've talked about many times on this channel or on Stout Sundays. If you want to introduce someone to drinking these type of beers, this will be one of them because of the low ABV on this one. I'm sure Murphy's does a more imperial stout. I'm guessing.
I'm not aware of anything like that, but it could be.
So, which is what I more like to get down with, is more imperials or stouts a little more higher ABV. But overall, coffee undertones in this. There's a little coffee and a little slight bit of toffee in this beer. Just the way it looks, man. It's just an enjoyable stout. And again, you ain't gonna get too tattered, drinking like several of these, maybe 3 of these. I'm guessing you're not gonna feel anything, but I'm sure this would be good for a, put it into an Irish stew. Would you say a little flavor into this? Yeah. So something like that, or even a nice chili, which I have some right here, and I'm gonna heat it up later. For I guess for lunch when I'm watching the games, maybe because I think I have another stout, but I think it was Stockyard, which I also brought for a Stout Sunday. Maybe add that to it. But anyway,
John, I was going to ask you, is that beer similar to the Guinness Draft, the 4.2% one that's also widgeted in a can?
Very similar. So it's yeah, I mean, like I said, it's okay. It's good. I mean, it's not what I get all the time, but I want something that's a little more kick-ass. I'm sorry it's a family show, but give me a little more punch with some of my beers. So nice. I'm gonna have my score coming up later on the classic Murphy's Irish Stout.
All right, perfect. We'll come back around, get your final thoughts and ratings here in a little bit. Michael's up next, but really quick, I just wanted to confirm because the founders thing. Founders Brewing has announced the return of KBS Espresso to the 2021 Barrel Age Series. It's on their website. There's another website, Beverage Dynamics. So Untapped, their claims are unfounded that it is not coming back. So anyway, officially it's going to be released in November. So it technically hasn't been released yet, but I did see it a couple weeks ago. A lot of states, if they get it in, they'll go ahead and put it on the shelves. So I did see it a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't losing my mind.
It might have been for two reasons. One, that they're counting the 2020 version as its own separate beer, or secondly, that it wasn't technically produced anymore since it was only produced for that time. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't be produced again, which means now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right? Yeah.
Being like overly technical about it.
Untapped seems, they tend to do that sometimes as well with some of their stuff. Really quick, let's see. Okay, well, never mind. We're pretty much caught up on the chat. We've got Kyle in there saying Ron is the emperor, Michael is the king. Which one trumps the other? I don't know. You guys can fight it out later.
Yeah, emperor is actually a higher status. But anyway, why bring it up?
Ron, you can be the leader. That's okay with me. I've got the Guinness Extra Stout at 5.6%. Arthur Guinness started the company in 1759, and it's certainly world renowned. On the top, it says intense character and bold. Guinness Extra Stout is the pure expression of our brewing legacy, bittersweet with subtle hints of hops, dark fruits, and caramel. This stout is a testament to great brewing. Now, I can't disagree with everything they're saying, so let's get into it. A little smoke off the top when I opened it, and here we go. In my InBev glass. Blue Point. Okay, so what do we got here? In the glass, we have 2-finger mocha kind of head, and we'll turn it away from the Blue Point label. Dark brown in color. Let's get a nose on it. Dark roasted malts, coffee undertones, maybe a little bit dark chocolate in the background. That's about it. Seems like a nice beer. Let's get a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Michael.
It's just a classic beer. Follows the nose. You're getting the dark roasted malts and the taste. 5.6 is certainly in the sessionable range, but you really don't want to pack away a 6-pack of this fast because I think it would hit you. But goes down pretty easy. Kind of a light to medium mouthfeel, probably closer to medium. And you're getting, the head is maintaining. You're getting good head retention and good lacing on the side. Let's see if I'm getting some other notes in the taste. I guess you're getting a little bit of kind of dark fruit in it, but I can't decide whether it's a little bit, like figgy or pruny. Just it's on the edge. It's not a lead taste. The coffee is more forward in the taste, but the main taste is dark roasted malts. And I would call this the classic stout because of its history and the fact that it's so easily distributed around the world. It's a Diageo brand, and they seem to have really good distribution. I mean, you can go pretty much into any bodega and get this. I mean, it's, regular supermarkets and beer distributors. Everybody carries Guinness. This is their classic example. I'll come back and have a number when we come back around.
All right, perfect. The McRib is back tomorrow, says Jeremy. Yes, it is. I'm looking. It's officially back tomorrow, but the McDonald's here, they already have started selling it. So maybe I'll get one for tonight, a Halloween special. Watch a scary movie and eat a McRib. Isn't that's spooky right there? And Burley says he's getting 12 McRibs. He's going to eat 6 now and age 6 in the freezer. Good luck with that, Burley. All right, so Mr. Terrio, why don't you tell us all about your Founders KBS Espresso 2020 version?
You to Burley Sullivan. All right. Well, I bought this egg Max. I just checked the Total Wine website, and it's not sold. This is not being sold in my local Total Wine at this time. That doesn't mean it wouldn't be sold there tomorrow. Didn't keep the head, but it had a medium to thick beige head, and it's dark brown. Well, you may as well say black. I was holding it up to the direct sunlight, and I could not see through. I could not see any brown on it. That's how dark it is. True story. Murphy's. I don't know if y'all ever had the Murphy's Irish Red Ale. That's a pretty interesting product, but it's nearly impossible to find. When my daughter went to Ireland in 2014, they toured the Murphy's brewery in Cork, Ireland. And she said everybody there drinks Murphy's in Cork, like no one drinks Guinness in Cork because this where the brewery is, you know. And she said Murphy's was really good on draft. The fresh, because they were right by the brewery, the fresh Murphy's on draft was way better than the cans that we get in the United States. But of course, we're not in Ireland, right? Y'all can hear me, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I actually froze up for a second, so I missed like the last part of that sentence. But yeah, I don't think it was you. I think that was on my end. So you're good.
You missed some really good content. All right.
I'm sorry.
There's a touch of bourbon barrel, and there's a lot of coffee and a lot of cocoa and a lot of cream and a lot of dark brown bread crust. All right. Whoops. Cheers to the drinkers. I mean, cheers to the reviewers.
That's right. Cheers.
We don't deal with drinkers on this channel. You know, this is not what this is about. It's about tasting.
That's it.
Yes.
I do a lot of tasting. All right. Same thing on the taste. What I just described, and there's some acrid bitterness, and I don't think it's really coming from the hops. I really think it's coming from the dark coffee. You know, coffee will have like that acrid bitterness, which turns some people off. You know, they're like, oh, well, why do you think they add cream and sugar to it? Because they don't want the bitterness. I tried to train John Anile to drink coffee, but he didn't accept it.
I do drink coffee. I'm just not a regular coffee drinker. I do like my coffee on the sweet side, though. Yeah, I can't drink it black or even just with a little sugar. I got to have the cream and the sugar, and the sweeter the better.
But if you had $1 for every time you drank coffee, you wouldn't have a lot of money every year, right?
I might have make $50 for the year. Yeah, not a daily coffee drinker.
Just wanted to put that into some context. All right.
Right.
I guess if you don't like coffee, this is going to be a turnoff. I have a feeling because it's coffee heavy. And if you read the website, they talk about how they double dose the coffee. Like they're trying to make it like super duper coffee oriented. So it could really be a turnoff. And it's dark roast. It's not like, mild. Get a touch of bourbon. It's not really heavy bourbon. And get cream and sweetness. Yeah, it's pretty dang sweet. It's like 4 out of 5 sugar cubes, honestly. Bitterness is high, 4.5 out of 5 bitterness units. So hop cones, but maybe coffee bean units. But heavy body, velvety mouthfeel, mostly dry finish. It's an intense product. They're giving it a 90. They're giving it a 100 out of 100 on Rate Beer. They're giving it a 97 out of 100 on Beer Advocate. And for the price you pay, it better be that high. You know what I mean? So,
right.
It's all right, huh?
No, I agree. For the price, yeah, it better be world class or close to it at the $20 or $22 a 4-pack, depending on where you live.
Yeah, and Jean-Pierre's sitting there thinking, 12%. That's what I need. I don't need this 4.1 or whatever this is. This is not good. This is not happening. Okay, on to the almond milk. Almond milk. Ugh.
That's right. The almond milk stout. We will see. I have high hopes. John thought it was pretty good. So, and I like Sweetwater. You know, I haven't had a bad beer from. Well, I take that back. The that G20 the G13 stout, the marijuana or the terpene stout. Ugh, yeah, that was not good.
Bad stuff. That was a D.
The Chocolope. That's what it was called. The Chocolope stout. Not a fan of that.
Gagalope.
Yeah, Gagalope. Okay. There's your pour. Nice 2.5 finger, relatively creamy looking. I would say that's a dark tan, almost going into beige with the head. The appearance, it looks black. When I hold it up to the light, I get a little bit of brown down at the bottom. So, I mean, it's still opaque. You can't really see through it. It's a good looking stout in the glass. I'll give it that with the head there and everything. All right, the aroma. Dark roasted malts.
Aroma.
A little bit of dark chocolate. Super, like, roasty on the aroma. Dark toasted bread notes. I'm not really getting anything, though, on the nose that would indicate that there's almond milk in it. It almost has, like, a lactose type thing going on, which is probably from the almond milk, even though almond milk doesn't have lactose in it. But it's got like a little bit of like that sweetness that you get sometimes with the beers that have a lot of lactose in them. That's pretty much it. So dark roasted malt character, a little bit of a sweet, like cream type aroma. And that's it. It smells good. Just really not a lot there. Okay, so let's get into it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers.
All right, same thing with the palate. Very roasty, toasty up front. Dark toasted bread notes, a little bit of dark chocolate. And you get like a little bit of a creaminess and I guess an almond milk type thing, but because of the roast, it's not necessarily translating as almonds. I'm not getting anything that screams almonds. There's just like a creaminess to it that you would get from a regular milk stout. So it's a good thing, I guess. If you're lactose intolerant and you want a stout, a milk stout, you go with the almond milk stout. You're not getting the lactose in there. So yeah, it's like a standard milk stout. Really, I guess the only disappointing thing really is that the almonds aren't really coming through. But it's really enjoyable. It's very smooth. The carbonation is on the low side. The bodium is medium. It's pretty sessionable for a stout. 5.4%. You could drink a few. It finishes kind of a wet finish with the almond milk in there. It's not super drying. If you like if you like a lot of dark roasted malt character, this would be a good stout for you. It's not to the point of being burnt, but it's very, very roasty, toasty, bready, and enjoyable. Of course, like I said, 5.4%. You're not getting any booziness or anything like that, obviously. If you were, that would be a bad sign with this type of ABV. But yeah, it drinks a lot like just a standard milk stout. There's the almond milk thing is kind of gimmicky, I guess, because you're not really getting the almonds, or at least I'm not. John, I don't remember if you were really picking up on almonds when you drank it, but it does have the milk stout feel without having actual lactose.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So, But yeah, very enjoyable. I'll keep sipping on it. Nice little glass lacing and head retention. Just a pretty good standard stout. And it came in a variety pack. I think it was like $13 or $14.99 for the 12 pack. Get 4 different beers in there, 3 of which I've never had. They put the Sweetwater 420 in all of their variety packs, so that's like the standard. But yeah, so I get to try 3 new beers. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. It's a solid beer. So I'll come back around and give my final thoughts and ratings here in a little bit. Let's update the chat really quick, and then we'll go back around with our final thoughts and ratings. We've got a lot of people just talking back and forth. You know, the McRib, pumpkin seltzer and a McRib. Yeah, I don't know about that combo, but Burley says Michael has long hair. Never noticed. That's right. He's got he usually puts it up in like a ponytail in the back there to tame it a little bit. Let's see. Yep. And then Burley's talking about the almond milk. They grind up the almonds in water and then filter out the chunks. So yeah, there's no lactose in there. It's basically just almond juice, almond water. I don't know why they really even call it milk. I guess because of the consistency. But it's not in any way close to milk as far as the way that it's produced. But I guess, yeah, the consistency. Let's see, Burley. Okay, we're good. We're good on the chat. Thanks, guys, for giving your thoughts on almond milk and almond milk seltzers. I don't know about that, Jeremy. I think we should
almond milk seltzer.
I think we should steer clear. Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing yet, but they shouldn't make one. That sounds disgusting. Okay. Let's see. Let's play musical panel members and get everybody back in order here. And John, we'll go back to you. Give us your final thoughts and ratings on your Murphy's Irish Stout.
Again, very enjoyable. It's very sessionable. Just, again, if you're bringing someone into the beer world and they want to try stout, give them this. Again, you saw my video of the New Belgium Piano Keys, which is an imperial stout, and a few other imperial stouts that I have done on my channel. You know how I'm very favorable to those more. Even Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. I've even that's at 6% ABV, I believe.
5.6.
7.
5.6.
No. The foreign extra, the yellow, that one's 7.
That's 7.5.
7.5.
7.5. Even that, I'm more favorable and enjoy drinking that one as well. So, again, this is good. Again, this beer has been around because it's a legacy beer. Been around many. I say many years. Forever. So I'm gonna go A for what it is for the style, and A, right there. But I like my Imperials with a lot of.
Would you give it?
John, we need an exact number.
Oh, okay. 90 out of 100.
Okay, so it's an A minus.
A minus. Okay, A minus. I'm sure the teacher down there would agree. It's an A minus score.
That's right.
All right.
Back when I first started teaching, you had to get a 94 to get A, but they said it was too difficult. So they went to 93. That's high school now.
Yeah, I remember when they changed it to 92. When I was in that age group back when an A, you had to get it was 94, 93, 94. Everything below that. So a 90 would have been a B, but I guess.
Right. But what I did was I adopted the college grading scale, because if you go to college, just like 90, 80, 70, 60, it's a lot easier for people to follow.
Right. Yeah. And easier for me to get A's. So I enjoyed it.
Right.
As a student. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, Michael, what are you thinking about the Guinness Extra Stout?
Like I've said before, I've reviewed this multiple times, and they do make a consistent product because they make a lot of it. Quite good, and I'm enjoying. It's smooth also, and I didn't mention before, but the finish is dry. I'm enjoying it. It's funny when I score, it fluctuates between 93 and 94. Today's is getting a 94. I mean, I guess, and maybe it's my mood sometimes where I can fluctuate a point, but highly recommended. And maybe this is not as much of an entry beer as their Guinness Draft, because that one has the nitro and goes down much easier. This is more of a, you actually have to like drinking a stout in order to like this, but it's a good product. And if you're a conditioned stout drinker, this is one which you can get, like I say, anywhere you want. I paid $9.99 for a 6-pack, which I don't know, is that the standard price for Guinness? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something like that. You might find it $8.99 if you get a good deal.
I've seen it for more. I've seen it for $11.99 also. So I guess it's just
No way.
$9.99. I buy it. And what other bottle configurations does this come in? Can you get it in a big bottle, the 5.6 size?
You can get it in a 22 ounce.
They sell the 22-ounce extra stouts here at the gas station right up the street. So they're
Because
pretty
that's
popular.
That's harder for me to find here locally in the supermarket kind of setup. But like I've said to Ronnie S before, it's not like in Brooklyn you can find a gas station like you can on the road where they have all the little side freezers and refrigerators where they sell beer. It does exist, but it's not all over the place in Brooklyn. You have to go around to find a gas station. Gulf and some of the other gas stations do have little side lights sometimes, but it's not as easy as you'd find, on the road when you're traveling, kind of thing. But it's an A for sure. And it's highly recommended, highly available. And I'm sure it's something which everybody should try.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those too that can kind of get you. It's a gateway stout, it'll get you into some other ones because it's just a well produced beer. And if you don't like that, chances are you're just probably not a fan of the style because it does everything right as a stout.
I like the foreign export stout as well.
Right. And actually, speaking of that, the foreign extra, yeah, Jeremy, that stinks, man. He says he's never been able to find the foreign extra. It's definitely a lot harder to come by than the draft and the extra stout, but you probably, I don't know if they have a locator, but you could probably seek it out somewhere near you, Jeremy, if you really wanted to try it. Yeah, but that stinks. That's a bummer. GRN PSP is drinking a Stone Woot Stout at the moment while he's watching.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
That's a really good one. They kind of change it up a little bit every year, so some years are better than others. But I've got to try it for the first time actually this year. I know if you want to watch some of the other years, go check out Louisiana Beer Reviews. He's had some of the previous years, and him and David have done reviews of some aged Woot Stout. So that's pretty interesting to watch.
Yes, it was a great time. I was down there day before my birthday.
Oh, and is that one of the ones you got to try? You reviewed with Jay while you're there? Okay. So yeah, John and Jay as well, and David, the trio reviews with the three of them.
Fun times.
Good deal. Okay, so we've got a 90 and a 94 so far. I have a feeling the average is going to go way up right now with the KBS Espresso. So, Ron, what do you think?
First, I have a question for Michael.
All right.
Yes.
They were talking about your hair. Michael, are you a hippie?
No.
All right.
I am liberal, though.
All right. Uh-oh.
I'm liberal.
All right. Because you're scheming on a thing that's a mirage. Okay. I think you're scheming on a thing that's a mirage. I'm trying to tell you all. It's sabotage. All right. Anyway, I tell you what. I'm going to score this a 97.
Oh, that Wow,
It's a
shocker around the
9.7.
world.
It's not quite a 98, but it's a 97. The thing that brings it down a little bit is the acrid bitterness. I did check Total Wine and More. They have it at a store in Louisiana. Not the one close to me, but another store in Louisiana for $19.49, a 4-pack, $19.49 for a 4-pack. I'm not a hippie either, but some people might find that shocking.
All right. Wow. Okay. I'm a little shocked by that rating, to be honest with you. But you know, I do
What
agree
you thought
with
it was?
the.
What did you think it was going to be?
Okay, I was thinking 99 or 100, honestly, from just based on your past ratings of KBS Founders KBS products. But no, I agree. You know, it's interesting. I found that the regular KBS variant was more acrid and bitter than the espresso. I thought the espresso one had more sweetness to it, but I don't know. It just and of course when I'm talking about the regular KBS, I'm not talking about like the 2015 aged bottle that I had. I'm talking about like if you compare a fresh KBS espresso with a fresh KBS. I thought that the regular KBS was actually a little bit more acrid for whatever reason. Maybe because of the type of coffee that they use, you know. But I don't know.
Yeah, David and I were doing a video. We were doing a number of video reviews yesterday, 4 of them, and he said, "Didn't you tell me? Didn't you tell me to call it as you see it?" I said, "Yeah."
Right.
I said, but I told him in the video. I said, but I never said I had to agree with it. You know.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So the Sweetwater Almond Milk Stout, I'm really enjoying it, but if you're expecting like a lot of nutty character with the almond milk, you might be a little bit let down. It just drinks to me like a straight milk stout. So for that reason, I'm going to go with a 93 out of 100. It's getting into that A range. It's better than an A-, but it's not a real solid A. Just kind of right there in the middle with the, you know, just getting up there, but not. It doesn't deserve a 95 or 96, I don't think. So 93 out of 100. It's very enjoyable. It's got the creamy mouthfeel like you would get from a regular milk stout. It's got the nice roasty, toasty malt character, the breadiness. It's very smooth and easy drinking and relatively sessionable at 5.4, but it's a little bit of a letdown with the almond. Like if you're expecting that almond flavor, you're going to be disappointed. But an excellent stout nonetheless. I'm really enjoying it. And for the price, you really can't beat it, especially if you get, you know, the variety pack. You get to try a lot of different good crafty beers for relatively cheap. So I think it's a good value as well. So really quick, I want to go to the comment, and then we'll go comments and make sure we're all caught up, and then we'll go back around and do a little show and tell and anything else you want to talk about. Stuff coming up on your channel, all of that. Let's see. Jeremy misses the 100 out of 100. He wishes Alex was here for that. He also says that Jean is video recording this on his phone. I think he was just holding his phone up, texting or doing something else. I don't know, but maybe he is. I don't know. This is copyright. I don't want to have to slap a lawsuit on you, John. Don't be recording it and sharing it out, you know, illegally. Burley's referring to your lyrical selection there earlier, Ron, Beastie Ron. And like Charlie,
I am playing it.
Just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Okay, let's see. Beastie Boy member Ad Rock turns 55 today. And I didn't know that. Jason Cleveland is also in the chat. Says, good morning, friends. Good morning to you, Mr. Cleveland. All right. And one more. Jeremy needs somebody to send him a keg of the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. That would be quite a pricey keg, Jeremy. So hope you have some rich friends. Okay.
John Cleveland Indians, soon to be Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Stinks.
I feel so virtuous now to know that.
But after the commissioners spoke yesterday at the game saying that the tomahawk chop is acceptable to the local native tribes, at least around Atlanta, which created some controversy on the sports network.
I'm just gonna stop watching. If the Braves change their name because of the whole, I'm just gonna stop watching baseball altogether. That's just baloney sandwich. Okay, it's that time of the show. We're gonna go back around, do a little show and tell. If you got anything you want to share, anything coming up on your channel, all of that fun stuff. We'll start with you, John. You got anything interesting in your fridge, or any interesting reviews coming out soon that you want to talk about? You're muted, John. You're muted, buddy.
Sorry. Yeah, about the Braves thing is total malarkey, baloney. Hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, I bought this beer. It was a closeout special. There was a reason why I gave this a low score. I gave it a B- for this one, but it was $5.99 for a 12-pack of this, and of course Luke Bryan, country music singer, he's involved with these guys that do this beer. This beer is not good. I mean, it's okay. It's low ABV, but whatever. Golden lager, but I don't know. But I saw it for $5.99 for a 12-pack, and I had to get it. So
I tried it a couple years ago when I was in Gatlinburg. I actually reviewed
that's
it.
Where around the
in
Virginia,
Gatlinburg,
Tennessee.
And I think I gave it an A at the time, but I tried it again since, and it's just like an ultra light beer. There's just really not a lot of flavor.
Thank you. That's what it was. Yeah. Not a lot of flavor. So I may end up getting the Schlitz OML today, watching football, eating some more chili. Let's see what I got.
Old lager. The Schlitz lager. It's rebranded as the Bold Lager now.
Yeah, it's called the Bold Lager. Sorry, Sean. There's no malt liquor. Schlitz does not make a malt liquor because malt liquor is considered too something. So they call it Bold Lager.
Why? I mean,
it's still a malt liquor. It's still a malt liquor right in here, John. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So
it'll always be the OML for me.
Please don't say malt liquor around me because it gets me very, very offended. I would rather have said that word around me.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Ron. Kyle.
So, anyway.
There's a lot of offensive topics, we're bringing up. That Kyle is just happy that we don't have to be subjected to the blatant racisms toward the Native American community anymore.
Exactly. Just so anyway,
he's joking. Kyle doesn't really feel that way.
I'm very happy about it.
It has a lot of great hop character. Schlitz Bold Lager.
Bold Lager.
Right. Bold. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed the whatever I did. The Polaner, and somebody did the day before. I got the Tadcasters, Tatty Porter. Yeah, I got that. And I have let's see, I got the Midnight, the Stella Artois Midnight Lager, their dark lager. I have those two. I'm gonna that's a rehash of that one. And I think that is it in terms of beers. And also a rehash, which I'll probably do today to get this. Yeah, because after having this and something else, I think I'm probably going to do a rehash once I get off the channel of the Old Chub Scotch Ale. So that is a very enjoyable brew. So yeah, those are the beers I'll have coming up. There'll be more coming up this week when I get my hands on them. So
all right, look forward to that. Okay, so Michael, anything?
Okay, John, can you get a hold of Brooklyn Black Ops?
I did see the Brooklyn Stout they got out right now. The Brooklyn Lager Stout.
Now, this is an interesting. This is a 2016.
Oh, now that's the one made with champagne yeast, correct?
And this is the one with the champagne yeast, 11.5% on bourbon barrel aged. Now I don't.
So that's
I have,
one from your cellar that you've just been holding on to, the 26.
yeah, and I have another one too. I have two of these.
Gosh.
So I don't know, it's getting close to where I have to have one of these. If you noticed, I'm having the Foothills one because I've decided now every month when I do this, I'm going to take one out of my cellar and have it. Because what am I keeping them for? It doesn't make any sense. I may as well drink them while they're whatever. Because it's funny, I was watching, I don't know what the exact review, I think it was actually on a sexual chocolate on YouTube. And one of the reviewers was doing not a barrel aged one, because they also make them non-barrel aged, from 2010. And he did it in 2020, and it had turned to vinegar. And he was very upset.
Oh.
You could, he said you could tell that it was what it was, because it did have the taste on your first sip, and then after that just vinegar and awful. So basically it became a drain pour, and he was very excited. But if you sit on a beer like that for 10 years, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years is too long to be holding something like that. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's not one of the higher ones either. I think it's 9.5. So it's not even in that top end of, if you got one that's 14%, it probably will stay longer than one.
Oh, well, like any of the Bourbon County stuff you could age for probably forever.
And also the thing that Jay is drinking today, that Founder's Espresso, will stay. But what will happen over time is the coffee would mellow out over
It'll
time.
get better. The coffee will mellow out, and the bourbon notes will come through
right.
more.
That may happen. But again, it is the coffee. They're trying to get the coffee in that, I'm sure.
I know, but yeah.
It's both sides. Right. Jay, you don't like the acrid. Some people, I think, would like it. It depends on your point of view. Okay, so I have that also, and I think we've discussed this before. Go to Trader Joe's, because for $5.99.
Let me pull you up. I want to see what that is.
Yeah,
okay. So this is their Order Cider Blonde Ale, and it's at 7.5%. And these beers are all on lees, and I think that has something to do with a Belgian Abbey style. Let me read what they say here. Significant with signature champagne-like effervescence and aromatic notes of ripe fruit and honey, superbly balanced and delicious with a quiet palate-warming finish. So this is from Unibrew, and this is one of their top-end Trader Joe's varieties. And I think it's still, if they have it, available for $5.99 for this 25.4 ounce champagne. And I don't think you can beat the value of this.
Yeah. It actually looks like it's going to be pretty hazy. Just the brown bottle, I can see like yellow. You can't see through it.
Nope. Audacitor, that's what it is.
Audacitor. So it says on the side, product of Canada. And it's funny.
Is that just the way that I'm viewing it based off of your lighting, or does it look like it's?
It looks that way to me too. So it's probably true. When I go there, if they have these, I always buy one just to have it.
I think honestly, I think I've had, before I started my channel, I made a Trader Joe's run, and I'm pretty sure I've had that beer, that, and then the Joseph Brau. There was a big. It wasn't the Unibrow Belgian stuff, but it was a Joseph's Brau holiday beer, I think, that I tried too. But
a lot of those are starting to come out now. So
I really need to just suck it up and drive to Atlanta and go to Trader Joe's so I can get.
I'm 30 minutes away from Trader Joe's. I need to see what they got.
It's funny how John, by being closer to Metro Atlanta, can get to the other side much easier than you can, John, because John has to travel to the other side to get to where you are. And
mine's not far. Mine's in Sandy Springs or somewhere near Roswell, Georgia. So I can get to that.
So he actually doesn't have to go to Atlanta. There's north of Atlanta, there's a lot more Trader Joe's, like just in the towns and cities up there.
In the
down
suburbs,
here,
in the suburbs,
you got to go north.
So you have them in the suburbs. You do realize, John, if you pass that law in your county, you may get a Trader Joe's in somewhere.
Well, we have all the law is for liquor. We get plenty of beer and stuff. So Trader Joe's shouldn't be affected. Like Aldi, we get beers in our Aldi store down the street, but Trader Joe's just has better beer than Aldi. I
And
think.
look out
It's not
for
like
a
Aldi's
Lidl
bad.
to open or a Lidl to open in
The
your area.
Lidl's has good stuff too. I wish, there's Lidl's in North Georgia as well, but there's no.
I'm not far from Lidl as well. And
they have good beers there too.
Perlander,
Right.
the Perlander, the extra strong beer, they're German malt liquor.
Right. And they have a good selection.
Oh, I said that word.
I know that everybody on the panel is into lagers, and they have a terrific selection of lagers. No malt liquors though. None.
No, Perlander.
Just high gravity lagers.
Just high gravity lagers.
Right.
And ones that masquerade as malt liquor, but we can't talk about that anymore.
Perlander extra strong beer is really good. Check it out.
Jay, when you were younger, malt liquors were a thing. Don't you remember?
No, when I was younger, Land of the
So were
Lost.
dinosaurs.
When I was younger, Land of the Lost was a thing.
Don't you remember Billy D. Williams doing commercials for Colt 45? Was that his thing?
Yeah, but I mean, I was a teenager. I didn't think much of it. It was just a commercial on TV. You didn't think about it like, oh, this is some historical event. It was just a television commercial. You didn't take it too seriously, you know. It's like the old Schlitz commercials. I used to like the commercials. I like that
was the bull, right? Schlitz was the bull.
Well, they used to have they had both. They had the regular Schlitz beer commercials, which was like deep sea diver and guys catching tuna and all kind of adventures around the world. And they had the bull, which was more like comical, you know. But I mean, you didn't think of it. And then later in the late 70s, they had the Schlitz commercials with guys playing football in an empty lot in New York City somewhere and all. You know, I mean, it was just a commercial. You didn't think like, oh, I bet you in 20 years I'm going to be into this hobby and I'm going to make sure I go back and look at it as a recollection. Like, you know what I mean? You didn't think about it.
I got you. But look at Beverage Ramble. He has malt liquor on his face. You can see it. You can see it in John's smile.
Some of those commercials were so hysterical. It was so funny. And with the bull
coming
through an apartment.
Well, I don't want to jump the gun. I was going to do my stuff, and then I was.
You can.
Go ahead. I know you've got some prep to do for your Saints are playing, and you got big day ahead.
Got the Saints upset over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then I got of course I have to eat lunch.
And all right, for the Braves tonight. Braves tonight against the Astros.
I can't wait. We could close it out here at home. That would
wrap it up tonight.
You got the Astros win over the Braves tonight before they go back to Houston. So
somebody's about to get a timeout. They keep talking like that.
And John has been known occasionally to eject people during the broadcast and just send you goodbye.
So is Jay, but yeah.
I'm not. Oh, whoa! I'm not here to criticize the the Atlanta Braves. I'm sorry. They change cities a lot. They move around a lot. All right. Anyway,
what's happening on Tuesday morning? Are there any dawn busters going on?
If I'm alive and I have electricity and internet. Well, I've got Canadian Hunter. This is the 1989 to present version. This morning, I drank the last of the Seagram's Canadian Hunter. I found a bottle that was at least from 1989, but that was really interesting. But this is the current Canadian Hunter. John nearly loves this because he just loves almond extract.
My
favorite. His favorite thing, and his favorite thing to do with Canadian Hunter is to dump it down a drain. And so it's got a bullet. It's got a bullet. You want to put a gun to your head, huh?
I've never dumped liquor down the drain. I have mixed cheap whiskey with like ginger ale or 7-Up to kind of give it a little bit more flavor, but
yeah, it's got a bullet because when you drink it, you want to put a gun to your head. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. But I gotta say the Seagram's Canadian Hunter was better, but it got sold, All right, it's going up against McAdams, the McAdams family. But
never heard of that.
It's been on the market for 34 years, and there are dozens, and I mean dozens of people around the whole world that like this.
Huh.
Yeah, 36 to 40, 48 people around the world that just love it. Now, talking about Scotch whiskey. We actually weren't talking about that, but we were at Savannah Discount. John Neely knows about Savannah Discount.
Yeah, great store.
So I saw this product and I was like, oh, this is some BS whiskey, some off-brand that nobody cares about, and that's why it's so cheap. Give me a break. And so David was like, yeah, let's not even buy that stuff. So I came back home after our adventure last weekend, and I was drinking beer and having a good time, being mellow. And I was like saying to myself, okay, y'all, it's time to get nice. So I started researching Glenglassau, this product. Boy, I got scared. When I started researching it, I got nervous. And I called David up on the phone. I was like, David, this is no joke. This stuff is no joke. This is a major product. And I'm looking at the prices on Total Wine and other companies. It's like $48, $47 and whatnot, And he was like getting nervous. So then, because the reason we would get nervous, because this is what the price was at Savannah Discount.
Get out of here. All right. So it's a $48, $50 bottle. So it's like half price, basically.
Yeah. So I was like, David, this is not a joke. So, but he got really scared, So it's a product of Scotland. It's an ex-Tennessee cask matured Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. So they age it in Tennessee whiskey barrels, and it's 100 proof. So I was like, whoa. It's not some off-brand. So then he calls me back. He says, I'm going to Savannah Discount. I said, we were just over there. That's a long drive. But he panicked, so he drove immediately back over there and he bought 2 bottles. I was like, they're not going to sell it out overnight. I mean, they got like 60 bottles left. He was like, oh, no, I'm not going through this again. I'm buying it. So he went and bought it. All right. So the great Savannah Discount with their extraordinarily and very suspiciously low prices, right?
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
Now, talking about holiday beers that I heard mentioned earlier, I was at Total Wine and More yesterday, and look what I saw.
The Liberty
Anchor Brewing Company, yes.
Merry Christmas.
Fritz Montag, what was the last name? Maytag.
Look what I saw on the day before Halloween. It's already on the market. 7% alcohol. I know you're jealous. And then I'm about to make people even more jealous, or they might laugh at me. Either way, you shouldn't hate too much, because that I got a hold of this.
Ice Game Day Punch. Okay. ABV on that one is what?
You would hate it because it's only 4.5% alcohol. So
no, not for me. Thank you.
John needs more of a punch.
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink something with that much sugar and whatever, I agree with John. It's gotta at least be. I like the Smirnoff. The 8% ones are
yes,
really
those are good. Yeah,
I will say the original
I agree with you.
Driver, okay. Those are only like 5% though, but they're I could do those.
I agree with y'all. The 8% hold together better. The 10% is really good. 12% gets kind of scary. But how many of y'all out there have seen the Game Day Punch? I know I haven't.
I haven't seen it. So
I have not.
Got some good stuff, man.
You know what you do? You buy it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I have a question. What about some Four Loko? Have you seen any of that around?
Too much.
We got too much of it here too in Georgia.
Too much of it. And there's a new one. There's a new one. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
In terms of malt liquors that we're going to be, obviously we only have now. I'm not going to mention the ones that will be going away, but just the Schlitz Gold, and you got Mickey's and OE and Steel. I don't know, in my area where I live, I cannot find King Cobra anywhere.
So man.
Yeah.
Well, when we meet up, John, I'll show you all the spots. Well, down here anyway. There's King Cobra is pretty popular here. They don't sell the 40s of it here, but we do get the 32-ounce clear glass bottles. I buy it.
Oh, the eggnog! All
Got
right,
his eggnog ready for the holiday
That time of
season.
year. Who's the? Let's see, 2 stars. Never heard of him.
That means it gets
Randy
2 out of 5
Ron.
stars. They're selling it
Yeah.
and they're telling you this is below average. Okay.
Now, you know what? We were talking, just interesting fact. We'll wrap this up here soon because we're an hour in. But for Loco, it's interesting. I was watching Jordy's beer reviews. He's the guy, Michael, that joined our Stout Sunday from Scotland a few weeks ago. So over in Scotland, their Four Loco is actually made with liquor. It's not made. It's not a malt beverage over there. It's made with like vodka, and it's made with actual spirits. So I'm sure it's so much better over there. He gave it like an A when he reviewed it. But I'm just thinking to myself, if they did that here in the States, if they actually made it with liquor, it would be so much better than this high gravity malt beverage crap that you get here.
They can't because some states won't allow it. The Braves have a stadium built
everywhere, but they can at liquor. Like if I go to Peachtree City, Wild Leap, which is the brewery, I've reviewed a lot of their craft beer. They also make canned cocktails, which have vodka in them. So you could do it in certain areas. You couldn't do it. You couldn't sell it at a gas station like they sell the Four Loko here, but they could market that in select areas, and it would be. I'm sure it's a lot better.
I know, and if you go to Canada, it's made with vodka also. But in the U.S., they got some states that say, "How dare you? You cannot sell a 14% beer-based product. Are you crazy? I mean, vodka-based product. You can't sell a vodka-based product. Are you out of your mind? But you can sell a 14% beer.
Right? No, I
and
know.
John, until they change the law.
Monday, y'all.
Go ahead. I got it. Bush, non-alcoholic. I will not be attending. I refuse to drink. I refuse to drink non-alcoholic.
I used to drink those.
Drink non-alcoholic.
It's going to be pretty depressing. What were you saying,
Michael?
Michael?
Be there because I cannot. If I could find a single, I would join. But I'm not buying a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer. No freaking way.
When is that coming up?
That's Malty Monday
Malty Monday. It's the last one. It's the last Malty Monday.
The final Malty Monday. And you haven't said what's replacing it either, so we don't know what's going to happen after.
That should have been the first Malty Monday. Get it out of the way, and that way the final Malty Monday would go out with a bang, not with this non-alcoholic crap. But hey,
I'll watch.
I'll be in the chat, laughing at everybody while I'm drinking my alcoholic beverage.
They can do whatever they want. If they want to have fun kicking it around, that's okay. I will not be there, but that's
right.
All right. What were you going to say, Michael? Because John Elliott's got to do his thing.
What I said was that non-alcoholic beer is a sacrilege, and as far as I'm concerned, I will never drink it, and I don't care, and that's it. If you can't drink alcohol because you're an alcoholic, then it's fine for that limited use kind of thing. If you like,
drink RC Cola, but yeah, it's a joke. It's horrible.
Just drink water. What's that?
All right.
What's that like?
You're getting a little weird down there with Ron.
Yeah. I just can't. I can't do it.
With, single malt Scotch.
Hey, Jay. What's this coming Wednesday's theme? Wednesday, Joker's Wild, right?
Joker's Wild Wednesday. That means you can drink anything you want, and I might drink wine because I just happen to have a new wine. And when I show y'all, you're gonna go crazy. But it's already posted on my video channel, so you can watch the solo review.
Okay.
So this
guys, we've been going. I don't have anything really to share. I already talked about my Sweetwater variety pack. There's a collaboration beer in the pack that I'm excited to try. It's Broken Coast Brewery and Sweetwater. It's called BC Lager. So I'm going to review that in the next couple days. Ardbeg. I'm not sure what that is.
Let me go get my Scotch ale. I need some kick. I need something to get me riled up. Old Chub.
Oh wow! Jeez, look at all this fancy. Good.
I'm about to get riled up.
Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy.
That's a good one.
Let's get crazy.
Island single malt. All right.
Oh yeah.
Jay is going for it. He's opening up his hard liquor reservoir.
Well, he's gotten through all of the cheap brands. There's the only way to go is up from here, you know.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So.
All right. I think. All right. We'll go off air here. We can keep sharing here. We're going on an hour and 5 minutes. I don't want to
9.7% ABV. About to go crazy.
For our
chill.
viewers. Oh boy.
Let's have some fun.
Yes.
Woohoo!
All right, hold on. Well, I gotta respond to this. Okay, so Friar Tuck wants to know how much the Ardbeg was.
Ardbeg 10. Everybody's got
Ardbeg.
it for everybody's got it for $56 and all of that, $56 and whatnot. Well, I just happened to go by a certain store in Kenner, Louisiana, and I got it for $46.99. So I saved about $10. And my friend David, when he found out, guess what he told me?
I don't know.
He said, "You had better buy me a bottle."
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because David Garland Pete has been known to drink whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I will attest to that because I've had a few with him as well.
All right, John. Sorry for holding up your show and ruining
No, it's fine. It's fine. One other thing I will say now that I'm thinking about it is it was up in Massachusetts this past week. If you check out my channel, I did a lot. Well, I didn't do a lot. I did some reviews up there of some New England stuff. I actually did a review with Caitlin, which I did a review with my girlfriend. She's not really a beer reviewer, but it was an interesting interaction, interesting review, I think. So if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
So you're trying to say that we can't do beer reviews with comforters all snuggled up. Okay, all right.
You can, yeah, you should. I highly encourage it. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of beer that's left in her fridge that she probably won't drink, like Stone-Faced barley wine, their barley wine, a rye barrel-aged stout, a bunch of New England IPAs. I just couldn't consume it all while I was there. Bumpy, when we met up, he gave me like 20 different beers. You can't carry it back with you on the plane. So Caitlin has a bunch of craft beer in her fridge that she probably won't touch. So she'll age it for me.
John, she'll save it till your next.
She'll save it. It'll be aged for the next time that I go up there.
Traveler. John's always traveling all over the world. One good thing about Bumpy Road, I gotta say this before you get off. I have to. Yep. One good thing about Bumpy Road Brewery is the man never drinks too much.
No,
he's a professional taster.
So Drunken One has not had an effect on him yet, but he's still working on it.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. All right. So I want to thank everybody in the chat. We had a wonderful chat this morning. Of course, thank you to my wonderful panel members. I will be out of town next Sunday helping my parents move their stuff from their old house into their new house. They just closed the other day. So congratulations, Mom and Dad, on your new home. They're not watching, but so they'll never see this. But anyway, I will be out of town next weekend. So as long as Jay is available, I would imagine that he would probably be hosting Stout Sunday. If there is a Stout Sunday, it'll be on his channel. So y'all check that out. And
it will be in November.
See you all in the next one.
November.
Thanks again to everybody for joining and watching. Enjoy your football. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Happy Halloween, everybody. And
I'm so nervous.
Yeah. And until next time, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.